Good afternoon. What's up? Today is literally a tangy overdose. I am in love with this fruit. I don't know what this is. I still don't know what it is called. But my name is Samir. That's what I'm called. And if you're here for the first time, please stick around. I'm making an interesting salad. Yeah, the original word is salate. I hope this is not bothering you too much. But it's a good test for my microphone today, for my systems. So it's a mighty tangy. I'm so sorry. I can only apologize. I hope my it's not that bad. But anywho, so today, so we start with sharpening the blade, right? What can I say? I'm so sorry. I hope that's not too loud. But today's mighty tangy. It's like a heavy tangerine salad. Salate. I hope the stream is back on live. All right. So let's get to it. This is going to take some time. And I have forgotten to take my notes because I had to tell you something really interesting today, which is now going to get left behind. Actually, this noise is throwing me off. I can only apologize for this, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know what my neighbor is doing. I have no idea. But it's okay. जब तक शांति है तब तक बात कर सकते हैं फटाफट. We can. It's called time division multiplexing. Don't bring out the engineer in me. You might regret it. No, I am proud of being an engineer in that sense. Of course, when I was doing engineering, उस समय I was not at all connected with this whole cause. I was quite disconnected, I would say. I actually still don't think I qualify to be an engineer just as much I don't qualify to be a doctor, because engineers need to be also, they need to be able to work in a team, which is not my strength. Yeah, I may look like I'm a social person, but I'm not. So today's a mighty tangy. It's an overdose of this fruit, which I am in love with. It is the single most delicious fruit. Nahi, this is not an orange. No, this is not the same family. Though it has resemblance to the orange, this is not the same fruit. It's, the flavors are very, are accented highly. They're high. It's sweet, it's tangy, it's lot of flavor, lot of water. The fiber is less. In fact, this would make for an excellent juice. Unlike the orange, which doesn't generate that much of juice, this fellow will generate a lot of juice. Like the juice I'm generating in my mouth. So this salivating thing that happens to us humans, where our mouth gets filled with saliva, is not it's a thing that happens to animals also. And it's a response. It's like blinking. It's a parasympathetic response. It happens when we are hungry. It also happens when we have a memory of a food that we really love. So gorillas, they when this happens, I know. So hear this: when gorillas, when they smell food that they like, they start humming. Have you seen men usually humming around the kitchen when food of their choice is? So now you know where it comes from. This is biology, man. Hi, what's up? If you're here, please, hi, come say hi. So I know that you have joined the stream. Otherwise, I don't come to know if you've joined. Today is a mighty tangy salads, salate. Today I'm going to make 3 of these with an apple. I'm just in love with this fruit. I'm sorry. Yeah, so salate with this amazing. No, it's not an orange. I was just sharing this. This is not the orange. Yes, it is the same family, sure, but it doesn't follow the same. The fibers are different. The color is different. The peel, the skin is so different. It's like a lemon. Do you remember? Do you know there's a fruit called narangi? Are you familiar with a fruit called narangi? I don't know if you're from India, you might know this. Narangi is a fruit. It's बहुत खट्टा होता है, छोटा होता है, बहुत खट्टा होता है. I'm doing this deliberately so I know that if you are from India or not. Can you speak the Matra Bhasha? Sorry. I should not be political in my sentiment. Can you speak the Bhasha? The Bhasa. Indonesia में उसको भाषा कहते हैं. You know why? It's the language that we use to speak to ourselves. That's called language. Language का meaning यही होता है. We speak to ourselves all the time. You're not the only one. Don't feel special. I know whatever your teachers told you, this is wrong. They were just trying to make you feel good. Today is an orange bonanza. Hi, what's up? If you're here for the first time, hi, my name is Samir. If you've been here before, please come say hi so I can at least greet you. What's up on this Saturday? I'm so sorry for this noise. It's my neighbor is, they're having a banana party. No, I didn't go to see. I don't know what's happening. But there's some hammering going on. There's some drilling and hammering going on. Yes. What's happening? If you're here, please come say hi so I know that you are here. I'm getting bored of saying this. I need to find new ways to entice you to come and chat with me. If you chat with me, then I'll have something to talk about. Otherwise, I really don't know what to talk about. Give me a topic. You've heard my stories. Have you heard my stories? If you've not heard my stories, throw a keyword. Throw a keyword in here in the chat window. Then I'll have something to tell you. Otherwise, I'm so sorry for this noise, guys. I genuinely am sorry. I did not know that today was their banana party. So, I'll try to fix up a camera in such a way that you can see what's going on. Cool? We'll zoom in and we'll see. They are my neighbors across. They are about 50 feet away from me. And the sound is like so much that I think they're cutting a piece of log, a log of tree or something. I don't know, man. Don't ask me. Something they're cutting. It's intermittent. Okay, cutting. Both of them, they use metal to cut. A carpenter as well as a sculptor. A sculptor and a carpenter. They both use metal to cut. But there is a difference. What's the difference between them? Tell me an insightful difference. If you know me, you know I've shared this difference with you. But it's okay. I'm sure you can think of it. What's the difference? They both use metal. A carpenter and a sculptor. They both use metal to cut through softer substances. But there's a massive difference between both of them. The difference is, it's phenomenal. It is the difference. Is that Folix Gaming? Folix Gaming or Felix Gaming? What's up, bro? How's it going? What games do you play, man? What's your game strategy? What's your game? The difference between, okay, so Mr. Gamer, here's a question for you. A carpenter and a sculptor, they both use metal to cut wood and cut softer substances, maybe marble, granite, whatever. But they use metal to cut. But there is a difference. What is the difference? I'll give you a few more seconds. There's usually a lag, so sometimes answers can get missed. So if you've heard this, just quickly. What's the difference between a sculptor and a carpenter? They both use metal to cut. But what's the difference? Alright, the difference between a sculptor and a carpenter, one uses the cuts and the other one discards them. A carpenter, they cut through wood, take out cuts, join them, make something valuable, useful. A sculptor throws the cuts away. Interesting, no? They both need 3D envisioning. They both require to plan. They need measurements. They need to strike their targets with precision. Gomez, what's up? Gomez Marjorie, is that your name? Marjorie Gomez. Where are you from, Gomez? Sherlock Holmes had Miss Gomez. Miss Gomez? Was her name Mrs. Gomez? Miss Gomez? Was it Gomez? Gomez. What's happening, Marjorie? Where are you from? Which part of the world are you from, Marjorie Gomez? Folix Gaming, you've still not told me what games do you play, bro? What is your game style? What's your game? FPS? I have moved on. I spend my time, if I get time, to indulge in things like SimCity. Have you played SimCity? Have any one of you played SimCity? Have you even heard of SimCity? It's a crazy ass game. If you've not heard about it, and if you like gaming, if you're into strategy games, city building games, it's a complete genre in itself. Not everybody's fond of it. Takes a lot of patience. It's not like you go. It's no Rambo style gaming. You go in all guns blazing, kill people and get out. No, there is unfortunately a lot of pain involved in the game. You put yourself through a lot of pain, misery, lack of funds almost all the time. Now that I think about it, I don't know why we play this. Why do people play these games? And they play it on the hard mode. Can you believe this? There are actually, what's interesting is that these games can't be predicted. They're built on mathematical simulation. I am not okay. If you don't believe me, what's going on? Go look up simulations that people have been doing on how humans behave, how animals behave. So there are two ducks, one hawk. Every time a duck dies, two new ducks get born. Every time, then the hawk eats, hawk multiplies. Are you following what I'm saying? The predator and the um prey, the story of circle of life. And they've predicted these things with mathematical models, and they're scary. I kid you not, it is scary. That's what has done. Maths, science, they've become so obsessed with models and everything to be predictable. They want the future to be predictable. And that's kind of wrong, isn't it? I mean, how can you tell a plant how many kgs of fruit it will give in the before it will start giving? It's like telling a mother how many children you will have before she even starts. I don't know if in which world is that the way to do things. I don't think so. Maybe I'm old fashioned. How's that? I would love to meet more old fashioned people though. Oh, wait, that's a line from a movie. Oh, I'll tell you which movie this is. Sandra Bullock and yeah, who's that guy's name? Yeah, Rocky. Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester. Sylvester Stallone and Rocky. Sandra Bullock. And the movie is, man, this guy gets frozen and he comes out of his some frozen 100 years later, and he's like, he can't believe the world has changed so much. And I forget the name of the movie, and it is quite a movie. Very interesting ideas. There's another very interesting idea-based movie that I need to see, which has been banned. It's called Idiocracy. If you've heard of it, have you seen it? Go look it up. You'll see a lot of stuff on the internet is getting. I have to tell you this. What happened yesterday, man? Listen to this. So I'm chatting with. It's just a regular Friday, and I'm chatting with having an evening chat with one of these AI models, and I'm telling them about. I can't take names, so I'll take a name. We'll call it Rabbit Foot. Okay, and I told this AI, listen, please tell me, why does Rabbit Foot not have a competitor? It's like Rabbit Foot is the only company that makes rabbits. There is nobody else who's making rabbits. How is this possible? I noticed that it is a voice conversation and the AI caught the word rabbit foot differently. So let's say it caught, for the purpose of this conversation, rabbit foot. And this guy AI is telling me everything about this company. And I said, hold on, there is no company called Wabbit Foot, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. So I thought you were talking about Wabbit Foot. I'm like, there is no company called Wabbit Foot. How did you make the association? No, I'm so sorry I made that. I've said, who told you? Where did you read? You must have got this information from somewhere, right? Yes, I rely on public sources and my own database, and that's very good. But who has made this connection for you that there is a company called Wabbit Foot? I'm not making this up, and it was amazing. Maria Teresa Kepar Human. Hi, that's a long name. How do you roll in the world, man? That's an extremely long name. I'm sorry. I meant to say it's an extremely long name. Today I'm making salate. Simple. It's some apples and some tangerine. Well, I'm calling it tangerine. Honestly, if I will ask someone, they'll say no, no, no. This is mandarin. They both look exactly the same. They both taste exactly the same. I don't know why they're calling them two different fruits. So here is something that you may not know. Back in the day, some years ago, tomatoes fell into into a legal trap. So what was happening was tomatoes were they are fruits, but they were being taxed under the vegetable section, which was lower. Some people got up and they said, listen, this needs to be taxed higher. It's a very famous American case. I forget the name of the two gentlemen who got involved in this. Eventually, the Supreme Court of America got involved and they said, no, it cannot be taxed higher. It should be taxed. It's a staple thing. It should be taxed lower and it will remain a vegetable. So that's why tomatoes fall under the vegetable category. If you go, they're not in the fruits category. Imagine if they were in the fruits category, paying what, $1 for a tomato? That would have been crazy, no? I don't know about you, but in India, tomatoes are not very expensive. But there is there is hedging of everything going on. So I don't blame anybody who's trying to hedge anything of value. It's the new way of doing something. The days of I guess it's not the new way. I think it was being done before also. There was no internet, so we didn't know. Nobody knew. There is this new book. I forget. I keep forgetting the name of the book. Two authors, they have interviewed something like 3,000 Germans who were living in Germany while World War II was going on. Yeah, you're hearing me right. While they were living in Germany, these guys, 3,000 of them, they interviewed them. And you know what was the shocking part? These people say that Germany was awesome. The news that they were hearing was that Germany is winning wars left, right, and center, defeating these evil, cruel people, and it was doing very well. The baker's dozen comes from there. The whole idea, because there was barkat, that's the word. Cool, no? They just didn't know what was going on. Have you seen the movie The Village? It's made by a guy called Manoj M. Night Shyamalan. Something like that his name is. Manoj Shyamalan. That's the movie about. You should have a look if you've not seen it. Our information prejudice makes our belief system. What information we have been fed. And that's, unfortunately, that responsibility and onus falls on education, not necessarily on the parents. And well, education is what then? Here comes the important part. What are you getting educated for? There has to be a purpose to your education, isn't it? I think I've cut a bit too much apple, but that's okay. This is a good fruit. All right, I'll put this back into the freezer to chill, and then we'll begin on the vinaigrette. Oh, listen, yesterday's sesame seed oil was a hit. So I am going to do that again. If you missed that, please go check it out. I was expecting it to be awesome. I know for sure sesame oil, fresh sesame does taste amazing. So does fresh cayenne. I will be using cayenne also. But the idea behind this oil is these are the fats. They bring flavor. Fats are flavor. Yeah. That's why fat people are so flavorsome. Well, I used to be fat, so I can vouch for it. Fat people are cool. See, there's always someone hotter and colder. That's the way it works, right? If somebody's hotter than you, so you're cooler than them. So you can always use this in your favor. Okay. Now these are black raisins. I've got to get some ginger underway, some dates underway. These are black raisins. Okay. It'll make it a little sugary, nice. I like raisins. You can go easy on them, no problem. This is the kakvi that I add every time. If you've not followed me, just have a look at this. This is sugarcane juice that's been cooked. Sugarcane juice that's been cooked for, I don't know how long they cook it, but they cook it enough that it starts to smell tastes amazing. It's got a beer-like taste. It's part way between jaggery and beer, I guess. This is apple cider, just a capful for flavor. That's it. Now these are fruits, so we're going to add black salt. This is some oregano and some walnuts. They're over. That's about it. And this is balsamic vinegar. This is also a type of vinegar, but this is made with grape sugars from a grape juice, and it's fermented. So it's got a little bit of pungency to it, but it's nice. It's awesome is what I can tell you. Look at this. This is what it looks like. This is the vinaigrette dressing. You can call it dressing. You can call it, I don't call it anything as such. This is just the juice that will go on top of the salad. But I'm going to add ginger to it, and I'm going to add some chili to it. Now, I don't think I remember where the chilies are kept. I had a beautiful green chili, which I don't think I have right now. Oh, we need to also add some cayenne oil, and I'm going to add a little bit of the black salt. I know where the chili is hiding. It's hiding here. This is my leftover chili from yesterday. Yeah, I do go live every day. If you don't know about this, please join me. I would love to answer your questions a little bit, not too much. I have not added salt, so I can add a little bit more. Black salt lends a better flavor for fruits than regular salt does. And listen, I think I should add some sesame also. I've seen sesame also brings a wonderful crunch to a salad. What the hell, let's just finish it all off. We'll go all in. Okay, some dates. The thing with dates is to pit them. This is called pitting them. The seeds will get stuck to the insides. So you just slice it from one side and it will tear up. It'll just come out. Yeah, if you try to peel it out first, you will lose the texture of the date. You seeing what I'm doing with the date? I'm cutting it, and then I'll cut it again in little square pits. They're called dices. Oh yeah, that's the correct. Sorry, I've not been to culinary school, so I don't know the correct words. Your century names. All research, Mahua. Your century names. I'm so sorry, this ball bounced off my bald head. What are you trying to say, man? Where are you from? All research, Mahua, with an Indian flag. I'm assuming you're from India. But what do you mean, Bhai Saab? What do you mean? Your Centauri names, Cantory names. What are you saying? What is Cantory? Man, I'm telling you, the internet is a crazy place. If it's not crazy enough, you will go crazy. So be careful before you step into the world of the internet. Basically, क्या होता है? The dhar, it needs to be done up. You need to hone the blade. This is called honing. I'm not sharpening it. I'm just aligning the crooked edge of the knife. It's not the same thing. You don't apply too much pressure, just too gently. And look at this. Just see this, man. Like butter. Hot knife through butter. Good sharp knives. That's the way to do it. Then you don't have to do the work, no? The knife will do all the work. You can just, like, yeah, you still have to pay attention because it can slice through your finger. But hey, when you're working with sharp objects, there is a sense of responsibility that you exhibit, don't you? Well, you should if you don't, especially in the company of others. If you're cooking with children, with knives and with heat and with blades, then being safe is the best way. Because a fraction of your attention and a mishap can happen. You know, kitchens used to have a first aid kit. In fact, they should. A cut, a bruise, a burn, they can be devastating injuries. Now I can sense that my knife is not as sharp as I would like it to be. And I am making a little bit of a, I'm being lazy by not, see, you see how thick the cuts are? It's not as fine as I usually get them. You can't come to know. Ginger is something where I need to concentrate. I'm so sorry. Give me a few more seconds of silence. There's enough noise around me to keep you busy. If you were here, you'd know. It's strange. Saturday morning, it's like so busy today. And it's been raining. Apparently, Pune and the Konkan coast is under threat from the gods. Who's the gods? That ocean god? Neptune. Sorry, I'm indulging myself in some Greek philosophy. Not philosophy, mythology. I don't think Greeks have philosophy. Yeah, they of course they have philosophy, but I can't tolerate that. That's too much. I mean, do you know what is the Greeks' ideas? Have you heard of Epicurean, Stoic? You must have heard of the Stoic ways. The idea of being numb to emotion and yeah. Well, I'm not saying that's necessarily the only thing I believe in. It's one of the things I believe in. But yeah, well, I was not there, so I don't know who came up with these ideas and how this classification happened. And I've been with science for all my life. Ever since I was a kid, I remember I have favored science over arts. I mean, I have always had the LHS equal to RHS kind of an idea. So if LHS and RHS don't match, you're doing something wrong. So you go back to the drawing board. There is no room for emotion, for feeling, or for even appreciate. Coming back now, I treat the world differently. Now for me, it's more about the feeling. If you don't feel about something, then why are you doing it? Somebody's forcing you to do it. Go ask that person. Maybe ask yourself. You are under obligation to whom? Maybe your parents at best, but I don't think that's also quite fair. As an individual, what is your obligation? That society that we live in, where we are asking questions, आलू खाओगे? Who's this crazy shorts? आलू खाओगे? क्यों नहीं खाओगे? आलू खाने की चीज तो है ब्रो. आलू खाने पर तुमको पता आलू आया कहाँ से? Do you know where the aloo comes from? This mighty potato. But by the way, today is no potato. Today is Tangy, mighty Tangy. Come have a look. Let me show you. It's a fruit that's chopped up, bro. So I'm sorry, I can't show you how it looks without chopping up. But it's a small orangish thing. It has this kind of a color peel. Yeah, it's. I went to ask this guy, tangerine, mandarin. I don't know what it's called. It's a controversy that's going on. They're all trying to fasaw us. I'm telling you, they will raise the price of one and say the other one, you buy the other one. Then they'll raise the price of this and buy. That's how stocks work. They're all owned by the same companies. There are 7, 8 of them only. Tell me you didn't know this. If you didn't know this, please go look it up. I'm not making this up. I hope you don't lose your money. But I'm telling you, if you're investing in markets in any way, you're basically betting on the performance of some 5 companies in the world. Yeah. Yeah, that's like saying there are only 7 notes and there are only 7 colors, 3 colors, or there are only 10 frequency, 10 note digits or whatnot. Yeah, sure, 26 alphabets. There's a limit to everything. Yes, that is true. But in this case, it is literally quite true because it's your money that you're playing with. I've not added salt and I have not added pepper. Pepper. Let me just add some pepper. Pepper is a must. In fact, salt is also a must. Salate means salted. The original meaning of this way of eating food is just to chop up veggies and add some salt. And you're done. Yeah, nothing else. Just salt and chopped veggies. Of course, now it's become much more than that. It's kind of become a... I don't think I'm not the one who's invented this. Of course, there are tons and tons of salads. I think avocado should credit itself. I mean, Nobody would want to eat an avocado if there was no salads going on. That's a tasteless fruit. I don't know if you've eaten it. Of course, it goes very well because it's got a very buttery texture, so it works in a salad, but it's got no flavor. It doesn't register as a flavor. You have to add salt, pepper, and all, yes, but even then it doesn't. I don't think so. It has that much of a flavor. It has a very buttery texture, so it's cool that way. Okay, now I'm absolutely hungry now, and I'm going to bite into this. Wish me luck. Look what it looks like. Check this out. Cool, eh? Let me see what it looks like. Now let's go. Ah, the smell is amazing. The black salt with these cold, fresh fruits. Amazing. Oh God, this is so good. That apple cider with the apple. You gotta try this, guys. See this. I would add some dill, some greens, maybe basil. Basil would go very well. I'll go and pluck some basil. I'm going to chop it and put it back in. And I will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. You want me to cook something interesting? Or you want me to talk about something interesting? Comment and tell me. Or else just message me. I'll see you again. Bye. This is good.